Okay, what I have here is the $10 lockpick set I could find on Aliexpress. This is roughly equivalent to the cheap crap people buy off Amazon or eBay or AliExpress or whatever. The kind that often comes with one of those transparent padlocks. This one was a little bit cheaper because it didn't come with one of those, which I don't need because I have one anyway. So I bought this as a comparison video against something else you can get for quite cheap. So $1+ for this. It does come with this case, which is actually not horrendous. Put that over there. Comes with this crappy plastic button thing. All right, let's see what we get for our very cheap. All right, dodgy plastic case, rubbish. All right, let's look at this one. They are Secure Pro branded, which is not a brand, not really. There you can automatically see that is very fat. Let's just quickly compare that to a bare bones lockpick. Could we focus, please? Hopefully you can see how much fatter that is than this is 0.6 mil. This is probably, might even be 1 mil. Hang on, where'd they go? My digital calipers broke, which I was hoping to use for this video. I got these. Yeah, I reckon that's a full, or maybe 0.9, nearly a whole millimeter. Maybe it's 0.8. If you're being generous, I reckon that's probably 0.9 mil. Very fat. I can see the plastic fucking. Oh, come on, focus. Plastic crap there. Exactly finished. Bit rough on the edge. Nothing that a little bit of sandpaper won't fix. That's an alright little hook profile. Yeah. What else we got? Got a little decap profile. Got I picked this one because it wasn't all rakes as well, so there was a bit of thought into which one I bought. Cheap and no rakes. Like, look at this plastic tag. Like, there's just no finish applied on these. That's an alright looking profile. I don't know which company they ripped these off. It's a nice thin one. It's another low hook. Another one. Not bad profiles. That's the worst fucking looking half diamond I think I've ever seen. Where's the point? Let's just quickly compare that to a Moki pick diamond or a multi-pick half diamond, or what else have I got? Here's a different cheap Chinese one I happen to have. It's got a real big point on it. Here's a bare bones one. Look at all these half diamonds. Swimming in them. You look at that one, there's just nothing there. It's just a straight shank. That's going to be particularly useful. Put those back where they go. So that's useless. 6 apparently. We've got this dimple wave rake thing. It's sort of bent off at an odd angle. Can't imagine that's going to be a huge amount of use for much, but you never know. And we got this thing. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I mean, I guess you could use that as like a half diamond. It's got a hook, some kind of, I don't know. I'm sure someone thinks that's useful for something. I think it'd be more useful for pulling O-rings out. Got a wiper insert turning tool and a little Z-bar that comes half mangled and isn't going to hold up to a huge amount of tension on it. It's just we stick this oval cylinder here in a vise and just see how much force will that take. Oh. Well, I think I just bent it permanently. I've put a lot more force than that on locks before. If I go this way, yeah, it's permanently deformed. Let's just quickly prove that is the steel that's bad. Let's see. Here's a multi-pick one. Well, that's a bit fatter. I think all my multi-pick ones are fatter, so I don't know. Let's use here, that's the same thickness. That's a real tool. Just stick that in to the top of the keyway, and there's about the same amount of force. 0 permanent bend, totally fine. Pretty useless. I mean, you shouldn't be putting that much force on it either, but also it shouldn't completely deform after the first go. So that's a pass. What else we got? Let's use this. This wiper insert feels fine. I mean, it's a wiper insert. They're hard to stuff up. It's just so this is a Lockwood LW5 keyway, which are very forgivingly wide. So this pick does actually fit. But it's not very maneuverable, and were I on anything even a little bit tighter, that would be a real struggle. Let's example, what's that? That's a 5700. No, that's pretty wide keyway. That does fit. What have I got that's narrower? Might fit in that. It's a Primus keyway. Oh, literally just fits a Primus. That's rubbing on everything. So too fat for either one of those. Just still not a particularly tight keyway, but not great. Is that worse? Yeah, that's a good one. Everything I've got on hand's a great keyway. Oh well, that doesn't matter. They're fat, which is not great. Let's see, how well does it bend? There you go. Look here we are. I'm just pushing pinky finger at the end. Bent. All right, let's do a comparison. Let's pick one of these ones I don't use very often, at least. Here's a bare bones. Thinner material, better quality steel, no bend. Tiniest little bend there, maybe. Certainly not just bending straight over. Yeah, it's taking the same amount of force there. And it's a small deflection, but this other one's crumpled in half. So, you know, similarly, we can lift this. Let's just chuck that in, you know, by quite a lot of pressure downwards. And that stayed pretty much right. We have to pick a different one I haven't ruined. Let's take this one. No, let's pick one that'll actually fit. I'll do, and give that the same amount of, you know. Yeah, that's a wonk pick. Straight away, a wonky pick. You know, these are just, the steel in these is trash. They just bend and they stay bent like that. That is garbage. You should not be able to do that to a lockpick. It is not going to be fun to use. That is trash. Right, that's 2 I've completely destroyed. Bare bones is still nicely intact. The reason I've got the bare bones out, you know, for really not much more money than these. I mean, these are obscenely cheap, but for a little bit more money, you can have something nice like these ones made by Bare Bones. These are good profiles. They're made out of real steel. They come with, I think, more comfortable handles. These are very cheap. There's not really a lot of grip on that. It's kind of nasty and terrible finish. The Bare Bones, as the name suggests, they're bare bones. I've mentioned them on the channel before. You know, they're a budget option, but as a budget option, like, they are an order of magnitude better than this crap. And you're not outlaying much more money. If you were interested in starting, or you think, you know, you want to give it as a gift to someone who might be starting, Bare Bones is the way to go. They've got, you know, different kind of handles as well. These might not be to your taste, but that's fine. They've got the regular ones, or you can get them also no handle. They come like that. It's Bare Bones as well. I do use these actually a fair bit. Mostly on my channel, I use my fancy custom ones. These are nicer to use. These are expensive. These take a lot of man hours to produce. This beautiful one I've just showed off on the channel recently. Like, this is a lot nicer than the bare bones ones. This is way nicer than one of these, but you know, they come with a price tag. That's something you get one day. These are something you should get never, only as something to do for a video like this, just showing off how much of a bad idea they are. What even is this? What are you gonna can it even, I mean, kind of navigate that way? World's worst half diamond this way. Let's just, I mean, I guess you could like use as a bodge rake like that. It didn't really achieve much, and it's covered in scratches already. I think I'm just rambling at this point. These are trash. You get one tension tool that's going to fit some things. You get one Z-bar that just bends when you try and use it. You get lockpicks that bend like a noodle when you try and use them. That is not a shape any lockpick should ever be. That should have snapped, not bent. That is trash. Not for picking locks, for throwing in the bin. Don't do it.